Hi, welcome to the Sunnydale Diaries. This is a podcast where I, Melanie, and my friend Sean talk about every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which Sean loves and Melanie is still on the fence about. So we'll say. Tonight we're talking about Season 2, Episode 17, Passion, which centers around stalking.
Yeah.
I think Angel is confusing passion with stalking.
Yeah.
He does a lot of voiceover about passion, but he's really just stalking. Yeah. So let's talk about that.
All right.
Have you ever been stalked?
I think online.
Yeah.
I was a little.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a little easier when it's online, especially nowadays because there's like block buttons and things like that. Back in 1999, 98.
What does online stalking entail?
I guess it was almost more harassment than stalking.
Oh.
But just like,
Just somebody contacting you unwantedly
yes.
after you tell them
yes.
it's unwanted?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One person, this was in person, not online, like one person I went on like 2 dates with, and then, I knew I wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
Kind of did a little stalking of me. I know where you live. I followed you to your house. I don't think they really did.
Okay.
Because I didn't give that info out. But that was a little alarming.
It's a little scary.
Yeah. I think, nowadays with social media, it is unfortunately easier to find out a lot about someone without really knowing them.
Right.
So I try to be cognizant of what I put online, things like that. Like, I remember when Facebook first came out and you could do things like, you could say when you started a job and when you moved and when you graduated high school. And then, like, those are a lot of the questions that, like, websites ask you for security questions.
Sure.
So took all that stuff down.
Yeah.
But, some people have their whole lives out there, and it's very easy to find out everything about someone.
Agree.
Yeah. What about you? Any...
Yes, but pre-internet days.
Okay.
This is in BBS days. I had a boyfriend who I broke up with, and he did not take it well. And it started innocently, like he requested a song on the radio, had it dedicated to me. But then he started like showing up at my mom's house, leaving presents on the doorstep. He went to my dad's house to try and find me, and yeah, it was weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I never felt like it was dangerous, I was just desperate.
Right. You did feel
so I think I confronted him, and I was like, you need to stop this, it's not going to happen, and just, move on.
He was not leaving any charcoal drawings of you.
No, he did not. Nothing, no drawings of me sleeping, anything like that. Oh, man, I know.
There's been some movies and shows about stalking.
Yes.
Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, that's like the Mac Daddy of the stalking movies, isn't it?
Yes.
My grandmother's sister took me to see that movie when I was in high school. I don't think she knew really what it was.
Right.
Sometimes it's awkward to sit beside a relative in a movie. That is definitely one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bunny.
I won't be ignored.
That's another one. Swim Fan, early 2000s.
I don't think I ever saw that movie. I remember it, and we were talking about it earlier. That's the one that's got the guy from Bring It On, the cute guy from
Jesse Bradford.
Jesse Bradford. He was already also in Hackers.
Oh,
yeah. But that was when they tried to make him Swim Fans, when they tried to give him a movie and see if he'd be a good leading man, and obviously not. Sorry, Jesse Bradford.
There was one with Alicia Silverstone and Carrie Elways in the 90s. The Crush, I think it was called.
Yeah.
It also stars someone else, I won't say who because we don't meet her for a little while, but who was on Buffy.
Oh.
In future episodes.
I feel like everybody was on Buffy. Like, everybody that was acting around that time, it's kind of like Glee.
Yeah.
The second time I'll mention Glee, but yeah.
There's an episode coming up in this season where there's just a lot of characters, and so many of them went on to be well-known actors. So we'll be touching on a lot of them.
Okay.
But The Crush, that was She was.
I don't know if I ever saw that one either, but I remember it.
Yeah, you should watch that
Yeah?
one. Yeah.
Okay.
What other ones? There's been a lot. Misery. Kathy Bates.
That's not stalking, though.
No, it's more. That's more
kidnapping.
Yeah. All right. Single white female. That's stalking.
That was psycho. That good man. Jennifer Jason Leigh. She was crazy in that movie.
That's a movie I saw with my family, and I was young.
Oh.
And like there's there's a sex scene. Yeah. I think they should remake that.
Single white female?
I think so. It's been 32 years. It's time to remake it. If they remade Single White Female today, who would be the two females?
I don't know. Who do you think?
All I could think of was Anne Hathaway, and that's not good.
Oh, the only person in my brain is Ariana Grande.
There we go, Ariana Grande and Anne Hathaway.
There you go. Yep. Which one would be the psycho?
Oh,
Anne Hathaway?
I think it'd be good. I'd like to see Anne Hathaway in the psycho character.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Casting now.
I haven't seen this one, but You on Netflix.
Oh, I have watched that. I'm surprised you haven't watched that. It was very good.
He's a stalker, right?
He is, yes. And he's very manipulative, and he's psycho. He's psycho. But yeah, that's a really good show. I think there's been another season of it that I'm behind a season. But yeah, that was really good.
I feel like there's a bunch more, but I just cannot think of any.
Anybody out there? You got some good stalker movies for us? Let us know.
All right, let's get into Passion.
Sure.
Start off with the bronze.
Passion. Did you watch that soap opera?
Yes.
Passions?
I did.
That's the one with the kooky lady had a little person, right?
Yeah, she was a witch and had a doll, but then sometimes the
doll was alive.
Timmy, I think, was his name. Yeah. It was interesting.
That's pretty kooky.
Oh, the whole thing was.
Yeah.
Like I think they were doing it on purpose. Like they were trying to be kooky and not like a typical soap opera on purpose. But there were parts of it that were just normal soap opera storyline, but then like the supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like I didn't watch it like religiously. Like my sister has been watching Days of Our Lives religiously since like '83.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting show.
I wonder if there is a soap opera channel.
Oh, I'm sure I could find it.
I bet we could find it. Oh man, maybe we should watch that.
That'll be the next podcast.
Oh man, Passions. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. All right.
Welcome to the Passion Papers. So we're in the bronze. We get a Angel soliloquy.
Oh, well, first we had a previously on.
You were right.
That focused on Angel turning
Yes.
to Angelus.
Yes.
Buffy versus Yana. And Buffy kicking Angel in the balls.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're at the bronze, and we see some prom dancing. Buffy's dancing with Xander in a very suggestive manner, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Remember the very first
like
episode?
Very gyratey.
When she was dancing
yes,
like that?
Yes. Angel's watching from the sidelines. Creepy. But he was doing that in one of the... season 1? He was kind of watching them dance from the sidelines in an early episode.
Yeah, if it wasn't the end of season 1, then it was very early in season 2. I remember it. Yeah.
He's watching them walk down the alley. Like, he's being very stalkery, right? And he's vamped out.
Yeah, it looks like he's
in the
just,
alleyway,
like, holding someone, like they're kissing, but then he just drops her after.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. And then the horrible special effect of him getting rid of his vampy look.
I think it was this was what, 98 at this point. I think it wasn't that bad.
All right, it wasn't season 1.
We've seen worse.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Okay. So then this is just like a weird, like a series of him stalking Buffy, right? Yeah. A series of shots of this. So then we're in Buffy's room. She's going to bed. I do have to give props to the props people. They've made her bed look much more comfortable since season 1, where she was sleeping on crochet.
Yeah.
She's going to bed, and Angel is watching her from the window. You see his silhouette in the window. Creepy. Not as creepy as then when he's on the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And he's stroking her face. I was like, okay, you have a sense when someone is near you.
Especially if you're the Slayer.
Yes,
yeah,
right?
I agree.
Like, she would have woken up.
Maybe she took an Ambien.
Maybe she took an Ambien. And then he says, passion rules us all. We obey. What other choice do we have? That is true.
Yeah. Then you get
true. And then we have the credits. We wake up. Buffy wakes up, and she's in her room. There's an envelope on the pillow. It is a very good charcoal drawing of her sleeping. He's very talented.
He has had 200 plus years.
That's true. Practice makes perfect.
Probably took a couple of classes.
Probably in his time, yes.
I like that they've kept the stuffed cow as a prop in Buffy's room consistently this season.
Okay.
It's a little stuffed cow.
Okay.
And then we go off to the library.
Yes.
And Cordelia's worried because she invited Angel into her car.
It's so funny, and it's like a running joke.
Yes.
Throughout the episode that made me laugh every time.
Yes.
Because later on, she's like, I had to trade cars with my grandmother. It's like, oh, Cordelia.
Do you remember which episode she invited him into her car?
No.
I think it was Some Assembly Required. Because
Okay.
because they found parts in the dumpster.
Okay, you could tell me anything, Sean. Okay.
Listen. And so they're talking about all this, and then poor Jonathan.
Our favorite character, Jonathan, shows up. For the first time in the history of this show, two randos come into the library to actually use the library for
books.
Real books. And they're like, on Stalin. And they've got to like go really deep in the stacks behind all the transmogrification section and the witchcraft section. They got to find the one section of real books.
I'm glad that Jonathan was a little indignant when Xander was like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "It's the library."
Oh man, we don't know who that girl was though, right?
No,
Is Jonathan just some rando girl? Okay, but yeah, Jonathan. You go, Jonathan. Danny Strong. You go, Danny Strong. You go, Glenn Coco.
And then in Jenny's computer class,
Yep.
she wants those spreadsheets.
Oh, okay. First of all, they're in the hallway and they're discussing Angel's strategy, what he's going to do. And then I think it's Xander who says, it's the na-na-na-na-na-na approach to battle.
Yes.
Buffy is worried about Joyce. Should she tell her what's going on? Because, Angel might harm Joyce.
Right, he killed Drusilla's family.
Right. So, okay. And then, and I made a comment about her, Buffy's hair and makeup in this recent episodes.
It's kind of like pushed back and up. I didn't like it.
It's not my favorite.
No.
All right. So then we're in Jenny's classroom. Yeah. And she wants their spreadsheet. She wants both hard copy and on disc. I don't know why.
I had to think for a second, like, were spreadsheets really? Yeah. Excel was around back then.
Was it Excel or was it, Lotus? Lotus Suite.
Lotus, yeah.
That's my time. Lotus Suite.
Excel was out because that was, I think that same semester when this aired, I was introduced to Excel for some like lab we had to do in biology. We had to make a graph.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, this is cool.
Okay.
Who would have thought? 26 years later, I'd still be using it every day.
What do you think what kind of project does she have them doing in a spreadsheet? They have to like print out a spreadsheet.
I bet it was exactly what I had to do, which was make like a table with 4 rows and build a graph off of it, like a line graph. That's a good basic intro. All
right.
I'm guessing.
All right.
I mean, otherwise, if they're just filling out cells, that's pretty... Jenny
would just going to print out
Jenny wouldn't do that.
Cells.
Jenny's too hip to do that.
I guess. Okay. When class is over, she asks Willow to cover her class.
I have a hard time suspending my disbelief.
Yes.
Did any of your teachers ever ask you to cover the class?
No. Like, maybe if they have to step into the hallway,
right.
Can you just keep reading this section of the book out loud? But no. Are you going to... No, that's illegal.
Is it illegal?
Well, there's substitute teachers for that.
She's trying to
just ask a student.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Buffy and Giles come in, and Buffy says, I thought I might take in a class. Thought I could use someone who knew where they are. What?
I didn't understand it.
Like, is that her? She's signaling Willow that let these two talk, let Giles and Jenny talk. So maybe come with me, Willow, and help me find a class. Again, should they be in class? Like,
all the time,
maybe I'd taken a class. Maybe I'd taken a class today. I don't usually go to class, but Usually in the library. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I said, what is Willow wearing in this scene? She's got like this weird, big, bulky sweater. It's pastel yellow and pastel like powder blue, but the collar is huge and bulky. And then on her back, she's wearing a big, fluffy, happy face backpack.
It was the 90s. That's all I can
Like she
say.
bought everything at Claire's Boutique. I don't know. All right. So then there's some awkwardness between Jenny and Giles. But Jenny is helpful and has a book for Giles to read about how to deal with Angel. And then Jenny just wants it to be right between them. Then we go to Buffy and Joyce at the dinner table that's full of obviously fake food. They've got like a whole roast chicken prop on that table that's not cut, but they both got huge slabs of chicken on their plates.
Joyce made 2 chickens.
Yeah.
She's used to cooking a lot from when Ted was over.
That must be it.
Buffy tells her a version of her and Angel together.
Yes. And basically the bottom line is, if he shows up, don't invite him in.
Yep. And then Buffy and Willow are on the phone, just chatting
Yes.
away. Willow's feeding her fish in the fish tank.
And this is where I noticed the sheep sticker on Willow's wall.
So observant.
I try. And then, so Willow's feeding the fish that aren't there, but then she finds an envelope on her bed, and it's a dead fish necklace.
String of dead fish.
She sleeps with the fishes.
And then she immediately goes.
She goes to Buffy's room.
Yeah.
Where Buffy's got like big strings of garlic hanging all over, which Joyce has not said anything about.
That's what I was going to say.
Like, Joyce, do you not notice that she's come home with or she stole all your garlic or what? I don't know. She went to the Italian market and got these huge strings of garlic.
Oh, then Willow said, for the first time, I'm glad my parents didn't let me have a puppy. Oh. Ugh. And then speaking of puppies.
Yes, speaking of puppies, now we go back to Spike and Drew at the factory, and Drusilla has a puppy that she's named Sunshine. It's Sunshine.
So sweet.
I got her for you.
She's trying to get him to eat.
Open wide.
Here comes the airplane.
And then Angel's there, and he and Spike are bickering as usual. And Drusilla says, "You boys fighting over me and all makes a girl feel."
That's better than me. I said Drew gets pushed for it. There's an old enemy afoot.
The air, it worries. An old enemy is seeking help to destroy our happy home. It doesn't seem like that happy home, I gotta say, but
Love this one,
yes, yeah. Okay, and then we go to another scene where in this like a witchy witch shop. Witchy witch shop.
Like Richie Rich?
Yeah. Jenny comes in and the guy is like all he's got a like real accent, like an Eastern European accent. And then she says, "I need an orb of Thessala. And the shop guy is like, "Oh, you're in the trade. All right. Hey, how's it going? How you doing?"
Find out that the orb of Thessala is a spirit vault for the ritual of the undead.
Yes.
And Jenny's working on something.
Yes. She's got it, because he tells her, the shop guy says, the transliteration annals for the ritual have been lost, so you can't use the orb. And there's no refunds.
Yes.
But, okay, Jenny is going to somehow come up with the speech.
Computer magic.
But here's while she's in the shop, here's an acting trope that I saw that is annoying to me. She turns around and she's leaving the store, but she does so slowly, so as to give the other actor time to go, but blah, blah, and give her the last little bit of info. Acting is so silly sometimes.
Sometimes it is. You are not wrong. So she's doing this work on the computer.
Yeah.
The computers give the shopkeeper the willies, which are very different than the Wiggins.
Yes.
And he asks her, "What are you going to give him, this guy?" His soul. And then the orb glows.
Yes. Great special effect.
I mean, compared to Angel transforming, it's better than that. I think that's it wasn't LED lights.
Yes.
Somebody with a match.
Yes. Some battery-operated fairy lights they stuck inside a glass ornament.
You think they went to Michael's?
Yeah, they went to Michael's.
And then at school...
Oh, Sean and I both have things to say about this. I took a screenshot of what the heck is Xander wearing in this scene.
Those pants. They're brown plaid.
They're brown plaid. With that top, though. That color block top.
Yes.
It's awful.
It absolutely
is. It's really bad. Although I do think I had pants like that, probably around the same time frame in the mid-90s. I had some, they were cream and red plaid. And I think they might have been bell bottom or definitely straight leg. They were big around my legs.
But that color combination seems like it would be a little better than that brown.
And I don't remember what kind of top I wore with it, but it wasn't like a big color block top like that. Oh, it's awful.
So I sent Melanie a picture. I'll post it on our social media of me as a pretty young kid with my sister and my dad sitting on the couch that we had in the 80s, and the pattern of the couch is exactly Xander's pants. It was the same brown plaid.
Yep. And again, Buffy is wearing some black thing that I don't know. Bring back the pastels.
And she pulls Jenny aside, to, number one, I think, say, you're still a jerk.
Yeah, she's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
But then she says, we're just going to let it lie, basically, right? Because I want Giles to be happy. He misses you. You guys go be together.
Yeah.
And we'll just, we'll deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then is that when we move to the uninviting by Alanis Morissette?
So first, Giles is in the hallway talking to some rando people we don't know and giving them signs to hang up.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I know. I had the same thought. You're right. I should make a note of it.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To place him in the hallway.
I guess just to place him in the hallway. He could have just been standing in the hallway, but okay. Giles found the ritual to revoke the vampire invitation. And then they're in Willow's room, putting that into action, I guess. Some of it. And she's hanging a crucifix on her wall behind the curtain because she doesn't want her dad Irv to see it.
She can't even watch Charlie Brown Christmas at home. But she gets to see Xander do the Snoopy dance.
Oh, I think we need a video of you doing the Snoopy dance.
I'm going to need some...
do a couple shots first. Okay.
I do love Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes.
It is probably my favorite Christmas special. So yes.
All right.
I do like the Snoopy dance. Yeah.
Okay. The what dance?
The Snoopy dance.
Oh, I thought you said the Scooby dance.
Different dance.
Okay. The Scooby dance is your chance to do the Scoob. Scooby baby. Do the Scooby Doo. All right.
And then Willow has another envelope.
Oh man.
And it's a charcoal drawing of Joyce.
Again, another good drawing.
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing the drawings for this episode, but they're doing a good job.
And then we go to Buffy's house. Joyce is pulling up in the driveway.
Yes.
And there's Angel.
Yes. And she's a good mom in this scene, I gotta say. She's like, no, I know she's not, my daughter's not happy. Why are you still bothering her? Take a hike. I don't want you here. I'm going to call the police.
And he's getting more and more aggressive.
He is.
She's running to the door.
Yeah.
Her key ring had about 70 keys on it. I mean, I get it in the gallery, but there was a lot of keys on that ring. I'm so glad I now have a fingerprint door lock.
Yes.
Don't have to worry about it. Like, I can just go for a walk and I don't take any keys with me.
That's
it's wonderful.
Nice. Yes.
It really is. And then he drops the bomb on her. I haven't been able to sleep since the night we made love.
Oh, what a jerk move.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's thunder.
Yes. And then he almost gets in, but Buffy and Willow were there, casting the spell, so he can't come in.
Where's Joyce? She
ran in.
And just ran to the kitchen?
She just ran. She didn't even see, she just ran to safety in the house.
All right, fine.
Off screen.
I did like, so he tries to get in and he can't.
Yeah, he can't.
Buffy like, sorry, Angel. Change the locks.
That's right.
Slams the door in his face.
Yeah, that was good. Then we're back at school. Giles and Jenny are in her classroom.
Yeah, he walks in. She was clearly looking at porn on the computer. I have quickly changed the screen like that.
When I was, let's see, so it was probably around this time, mid-90s, and I was working, and I was really big into Dilbert at the time. Mm-hmm. And the Dilbert website had a fake spreadsheet that you could pull up.
Nice.
If your boss was walking up, you could just like click on this thing, and it was spreadsheet, fake spreadsheet.
She was on a Mac.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're chatting.
And they seem to be kind of warming back up. And she says, "Can I see you later?" And he says, "Yes, come to my house." Boom, chicka, bow, wow. Later, come to my house later. It's already like 10 p.m.
We've already discussed, like, is it really a house? Is it a townhome? Is it a villa? I think we
landed on villa.
Yeah,
we landed on villa.
And then it's later on.
Yeah.
In there, and she realizes the ritual's going to work. She's able to do her.
She pops the disc out.
That yellow.
She's excited.
Yellow disc.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of miss discs a little bit. I mean, it's very handy having everything in the cloud.
Did you ever use the big floppies?
Big floppy? Oh, my Commodore 64.
Oh, okay.
Everything was a big floppy.
Yeah.
What an upgrade it was to go these little
I know.
ones,
little hard discs.
Hard discs. So,
yeah.
Oh. Good times.
Yeah.
And as she is printing, well, then there's Angel.
Zip.
When the first hospital that I worked in, when we ran CVCs, it would print out the result and a graph that went with it. And the printer made it was a dot matrix printer, and it made a specific series of noises, and I'll hear it once in a while in the store or something, and immediately brings me back.
Yes. I used to have to support all the dot matrix printers around the hospital for all the pharmacies. And I used to get called in for stupid, like, paper printer jams and stuff on those stupid printers.
I'm sorry.
I know. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, she's excited. What she's going to do is going to work. She knows how to do the spell. But, Angel's in the classroom. He snuck right in. He's very quiet. He's very sneaky.
Like a cat.
Yeah.
Maybe he was the black cat in the previous episode.
Maybe.
Transmogrified.
Yeah, he's a sneaky stalker.
And he's able to be in the school because there's a sign in Latin that basically says anyone who wants knowledge.
Oh, yeah. And then he destroys the orb.
No more saving Angel.
No.
And
he doesn't want it.
Threw the computer on the ground.
Yep, and the printout. And he set the computer's on fire, and he burns out the printout. And the school. So this computer's on fire. There's no sprinklers.
Well,
this classroom is not up to fire code.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
I'm not. And then the chase ensues.
Yes, it was a long chase.
It really was. I forgot how long
some doors were locked, and some doors were not locked, and a big long chase. And you think she's going to get away, but no, he's there in her face. The neck snap.
Seemed a lot more authentic than when Moloch.
It did. And I sent Sean a picture of my face when Jenny got the neck snap. I was very surprised. Was I bummed? I don't know if I'd go that far.
But you're surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes ago, I asked you, what do you think is going to happen in season 2? And you're like, I think Jenny's story is going to end.
Yeah, this weird Jenny arc wasn't that great. So, okay. I mean, I'm sorry, Robia. But, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. That definitely took me by surprise.
I was waiting for the text. I was like,
you were.
She's gotta say something
He
about
texted
this.
me before. He's like, okay, when you're watching the episodes, you feel free to text me when things happen.
But I gotta be so vague. I don't want to lead you on. I don't want you excited or nervous.
All right, yeah, that was a good one. You didn't spoil it. That was good. So then we're back to Joyce and Buffy. And Joyce is admonishing Buffy for having sex, and he's old, he's too old for you, and obviously not very stable, and I thought you should show more judgment. And my comment was, OMG, Joyce, you were just about to marry a robot 2 episodes ago. Let's talk about judgment. Well, yeah. And moving too fast and stuff. Come on.
And the first thing she answered, was he the first? How about worrying about your daughter knowing that you just met her stalker?
I know, right? Ugh. Worst. And then she's like, well, I guess that was the talk. And I'm like, was it? Was that the talk? You gave her no information. You did not offer her support.
Nothing.
You didn't give her anything. Except for guilt and shame.
Even when she said, I love you more than anything in the world, it was but...
She's,
Oh, Joyce.
Oh, Joyce. Worst. All right. I hope she gets a better talk from someone else. Willow. When Willow does it with Oz, she's going to report back, and she's going to go, this is what it could be. All right. So Giles gets home. It's all romantic. There's a rose on the door. There's music playing. There's champagne chilling. He thinks he's going to get some. But no.
Little note that says upstairs.
Yes.
in what looked like very feminine handwriting. Drusilla probably wrote it.
Probably.
Yeah, he's walking up, and there's rose petals, there's votives, and a dead Jenny in the bed.
Dead Jenny in the bed.
This is like, I would say this is like one of the, I won't say my favorite, but a memorable scene.
Yeah.
Like, you just
Yeah,
are
poor Giles.
expecting it.
Poor Giles.
Yeah. He drops the champagne.
Yes.
And the police show up.
And the police are there taking the body out. They're going to have to take him in for questioning, and he's got to make a phone call. And I was like, ooh, who's going to call? Another European friend that's got some pull with the underworld or what? I don't know. No, he's calling Buffy to break the news. And then she and Willow are breaking down, crying because they're so sad. And freaking Angel is out there watching all that happen. He's got this jerky smile on his face.
I do like how they filmed it through the curtain.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool choice.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a very sad moment.
And then Xander, Buffy, Willow show up. I think Cordelia too. Show up at Giles' place.
Yep.
And
Giles is prepping. Mm-hmm. He's got his gasoline can. Who knows what else is in that duffel bag that won't zip up?
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah. So the gang shows up at his house, but he's already gone. The weapons are gone. Cordelia says, I thought he kept his weapons at the library. And Xander says, no, those are his everyday weapons. These are the good weapons he breaks out for company.
And then he also said, faster pussycat, kill, kill.
He did. Yeah. Yes.
Which is also a song by Brittany Murphy and Paul Oakenfold. I love that song.
Yep, that's a good one.
And then we go to the factory, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fire in the factory.
Spike and Angel are bickering. That's all that happens between them now, right?
Yeah.
They just bicker.
That's their thing.
Giles shows up with his can of gasoline and his torch.
Starts a fire.
Or
they should just get rid of the crossbow. The crossbow never works. I had the Buffy Xbox game in the early 2000s, and there's one spot where you have to kill some vampires with a crossbow. And it was hard.
Yeah. It's kind of an unwieldy weapon.
It takes a while to reload.
It's not a good close weapon for sure. No. Yeah, you got to reload it. You just have the arrow in it, and you just kind of are stabbing someone with it.
Different use for it, but it can work.
All right. The factory's on fire. Buffy shows up. And then you just see Drusilla like wheeling Spike away in the wheelchair.
So we gotta get the hell out of here.
Exit stage left. That was kind of funny. They're fighting up on the catwalk. Lots of gymnastics in this scene. Yeah. Those stunt people were earning their cash in this episode. Right?
I tried looking to see if I could see faces.
Oh, I tried so hard. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah. Buffy has to rescue Giles. Angel gets away. Giles says, why'd you come here? This wasn't your fight. And Buffy punches him in the face.
Yeah, it's wails on him.
So much punching in the face. Yeah.
She couldn't lose him, too.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
They have a sweet moment.
So now we're at the epilogue montage is what I called it. We're at the Giles goes home. Then they're at the Jenny's grave. Then Willow gets to use her curriculum that she planned because she's going to be teaching the class illegally until they find a new teacher.
Buffy's ready to kill Angel.
Yes. And the final shot, the yellow disc falls down between the desks.
Mm-hmm. That 3D printed save icon.
Man. That's right.
The music, you probably didn't notice it because I only noticed it when I heard about this bit of trivia. Oh. The music that's playing when they're doing like Giles going to his house and at Jenny's grave. Mm-hmm. Ed Sheeran sampled that music on one of his songs on his Multiply album.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll play it for you when we're done.
Okay.
Yeah. I learned that from Buffering the Vampire Slayer podcast.
Good one.
And I was like, I remember hearing it like, what? Because number one, I love Buffy. Number two, I love that album. Like, how have I never noticed this?
Your whole life. It's all one big
it really
circle.
Is. It really is.
One big Venn diagram.
Yeah, so we ended with the disc.
Yep.
Gone forever.
Well. I hope not.
So, how many stakes would you give this one?
I would say I would give this one I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I would have gone... Steaks. I would have gone lower because the whole stalking thing is like... but the Jenny calendar, that was a good twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Jonathan. We're supposed to get some books on Stalin. Just because I think that's really the first time you thought a line, or at least a long line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many steaks do you give it?
3.5.
Okay.
Same thing. Just, I mean, like what they did with Jenny. I think it was done well and everything.
Yeah.
The whole stalking thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, I guess that's the end of our discussion.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our diorama rally. No, that's not what it is.
Derby.
We're going to have a rally of some kind.
I'm sure.
Anyway.
Season 3 is going to have a rally.
We're going to have a rally. But right now we have a Diorama Derby where you can get all your crafting stuff out and make yourself a shoebox diorama of any scene from Buffy season 1 or 2. Take a picture of it, send it to us. You have a chance to win some great prizes. If you want to see pictures of the prizes, you can go to our website. You can go to our Instagram. You can go to
Facebook's on there.
Facebook, Reddit, most of those places.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions, send them in. Details are on our webpage, thesunnydalediaries.com. Let's see. You can find us on the socials. We're everywhere except for X, the Sunnydale Diaries. If you want to get on our Discord server, you can do that through our webpage.
Yep, there's a link there to get an invite.
Yep. If you have any input for us, you can email us.
thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com.
That's right. If you want to give us a review on your podcast app of choice, please do so. We'd love to see it. If you have any ideas or questions or suggestions or interesting anecdotes for upcoming episodes, we'd love to get that as well. Mm-hmm. What's our next episode?
Yeah, season 2, episode 18.
Which is Killed by Death.
I do like that one.
That's it.
Okay.
Episode 18, Killed by Death.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Some distinct